I'm Norman, and my wife is
Jane.
And we attended a meeting today about timeshares, and which we've had for a long time, about 15 years, and we still bought it. We bought the timeshare because we thought that it would be beneficial for a nice place for us to go on vacation, and it didn't work out the way we wanted it to be, because it was not necessarily where we didn't want to go back to the same place repetitively, and we've been looking for a way of getting rid of it, and
Well, things changed. Things changed from the time that we originally bought it in 1995. We found when we tried to use it, the resorts that were available for exchange were not prime resorts as we had been led to believe, and instead they were far from recreation areas and were not well maintained, so we were very surprised. And then secondly, the main disadvantage of the timeshare was that if we wanted to go to a prime location in Hawaii or Florida, we would have had to reserve them 6 months to a year in advance. And our lives were such that we couldn't plan out a year in advance. So we only stayed at our timeshare once in the entire time since we had originally purchased it. And then subsequently our needs changed, and we didn't want, and our children were not taking advantage of it. It didn't fit in with their lifestyles either. So we wanted to unload it. And the first thing we did was we responded to companies that contacted us that offered to buy the timeshare. And one of them said, well, pay us several $100s up front and we'll advertise it for you. And the second offer we had, and that did not happen. After we paid them the money, we never heard from them again. The second time that a company contacted us, they said they would offer us significantly less than what we had purchased it for, and they were representing a group of corporations. Well, right before they were supposed to purchase us and call us about buying it, they called us to tell us that the company changed their mind. So that was our second experience. And we came here today to Timesharescape to find out how we could get out of it. And we were so pleased by the presentation because it showed us the hidden terms in the timeshare agreement that we had never realized. We thought we just would have to stop paying the maintenance fee. But that wasn't true. We didn't realize that in perpetuity meant that ourselves and our heirs would be responsible forever and ever for the maintenance fee. And they kept increasing from $350 when we had bought it to $425 currently now in 2010. So we were so happy to find out we had an alternative. We had one other experience. We tried to donate it to a charity.
yes.
For a week, thinking we were really helping this charity, which would then could auction it off as a week. Well, the charity was able to auction it off as a week because we had deposited the time. But we found out we couldn't even deduct it from our taxes as a donation. We were advised that because it wasn't really an investment. So I would tell people in the future, buy a REIT. I think it was the best investment of time that we have made in a very long time. And we were so impressed by the presentation and by the factual material and by the way it was presented, showing us what our alternatives were, that we took advantage of the offer to change paying that monthly fee every single year, and we feel now we have a lot more to really spend on the vacations that we want, and we've learned so much. So it was so much of a good investment of our time, and we were so pleased by the outcome.
Well, it really, I feel that this has been a very eye-opening experience, and when you think that you're running around having a weight on your leg and chain on your leg and you can't move and you can't get out of this thing and you can't do anything with it, I'm very glad I came.
I think what impressed me is it was not a hard sell, that you really were trying to educate it and inform us as opposed to selling us anything. So I would encourage anyone else thinking of getting rid of their timeshare to contact Timesharescape.